Hey, welcome back to Mirror Expressions, a channel where I take the time to share a little bit of myself with you all, and I invite y'all to come on in and do the same with me. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know what it is. And go ahead and let me know if you are doing okay. Like if you have looked in the mirror, where is my mirror? Oh, it's all the way over yonder. But if you have looked in the mirror today and you are feeling okay with what you see looking back at you, then go ahead and drop me a mirror emoji down in the chat. Let me know that, hey, okay, I'm good. What's up? All right, y'all. This is the first episode of the new season to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Who's gonna check me, boo? Who's gonna check my new boo? That's what it was. Who's gonna check my new boo? All right, so y'all already can tell who let's deal with. So anyway, the show opened up and we see all the ladies in Ross's 40th birthday party, right? And all this stuff, all this different stuff is popping out, but we get no kind of real context clues as to why, what it is, you know what I'm saying? So we just kind of see it happening at the party, right? So then we get this 4 days prior to message, right? So we go back to the few days leading up to that moment. So we see Sheree and Martell at her home, right? They are official now, I guess. Um, Not much happened with them. He came to work out, supposedly. The two things I really took away from their interaction is that he is trying to stay relevant by any means necessary. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that they are headed nowhere. Like, meaning their relationship together, like, they may be official, but their interactions seem so juvenile and surface level. They are headed nowhere. Um, so we see them, they're talking, they took the time to dog Candy for a little bit. Martell joked about having a threesome. To which Sheree reminisces and says that she almost had one with her ex-husband, but he ended up doing it with somebody else. Yeah, wasn't much to see. Wasn't much to see. So over with Candy, we see Candy, Carmen, and Don Juan all together again. We find out Candy Cody Nights are coming back, which they already have been. Like, I'm one of her little fan things. So it's been back a while now, for a few weeks. But anyways, I was really glad though that it did. Like, I really like those. It's Candy Cody Live now though. Anyway, so y'all can go look that up, Candy Cody Live, and catch up with some of those episodes. So anyway, Kenya and Monyetta stopped by, and so Don Juan and Carmen, they end up leaving, so they leave the ladies be. So they're talking, gossiping. We find out that Monyetta has hooked Kenya up with this guy, think that maybe her husband knew or something like that. But anyway, don't really know. But we see flashbacks of Kenya at a party with this guy, and so she just says he's her companion for right now, nothing more, nothing less. So they get to talking about Sheree and Montel, right? Martell, and he supposedly is talking to another woman in Atlanta other than Sheree, right? So they kind of talk about that. Then Kenya brings up how he also slid into her DMs. And now so they, Kenya brings it up on her phone, right? But apparently, and I'm not big on Instagram, so I don't really know all the ins and the outs. So, but apparently they were not friends, and so she had to go in and accept the friendship so she can bring the message back up. And so when she did that, she saw that the message had been deleted, but that there apparently had been a message there. So during this time that they're talking, the three ladies are talking, we also kind of find out that Candy and Todd have been on the struggle bus with their relationship, right? Todd isn't feeling supported by Candy like he does for her. And so he's kind of um trying to do his own thing, like I think make a movie or something, and he's just not feeling supported by Candy. Like all the effort that he's trying to accomplish these things, um, she's just not there doing her part in all of that. And so King was just like, you got to find ways to make sure you show up for your man, because she was just like, pretty much, as your sister, as your friend, I'm just coming to you. Like, she really wants to see them win. And so she was just like, you got to find time for your man. Um, Candy, she gets emotional. Y'all know how Candy can get. So she gets all emotional about it. And I was like, because I want to see them win too. Like, I be riding for my girl Candy. And I want to see her win, you know what I'm saying? I hope, that this is just a little rough patch that they are able to get past or whatever. So over with the Rosses, all 50-11 of them. Y'all know they got a house full. And I'm just like, why do we have to get this rundown every year of who lives in that house like they did that last season? I'm just like, is it me? Like, because I swore we went through this last season. Did we not? Did we not? Everybody who lives in that house. So we get that again. Yeah, run down who they even drew like a tree and put the family tree with the mom and then Sonya, her sister, and their husband. I was just like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Sonya's discussing the party that she's throwing for her husband Ross, right? And so, honey, we get a flashback to the party she threw last season. I said they are wrong for that, but keep throwing that up in that lady face. She did the best she could last season. Anyway, so there is obvious tension amongst the family because everybody works for Sonya. But her sister and her brother-in-law are feeling like she doesn't know how to respect their boundaries. Like, where does home life begin and work life end? That type of thing. Or just because we live together, what you say automatically goes. Like she gave the example the sister did of how she'll fix dinner and dinner be ready at 6 and Sonya will come in at like 5:50 and tell the kids they can go outside to play. Like, no, it's time to settle down and get ready for dinner. So that type of thing. But anyways, so we see that. Then we get like this cute little insert of Kenya with Brooklyn. Oh, it's so adorable. So she brought like Brooklyn all these little princess dresses, about 5 or 6. And we see her like trying one of them on because she's just twirling in her little dress. I was like, oh, it's so nice to see these little kids growing up. Then we get to see more of Candy and the tension that she has going on with her because they're having a family dinner or trying to. So it's Candy, Ace, and their baby. I can't call the baby name, the little girl. Anyway, she's both of their kids are cute too. I'm just like, oh, little Ace is growing up. He's what, like 5 or 6 now? I'm just like, goodness. Seemed like just last season she was pregnant with them. But anyway, yeah, so she's trying to have a family dinner, and so she's telling Todd to stop his work and come join the dinner. But Todd is he's sitting in the kitchen at the kitchen table, and everybody else is like at the counter. And so Candy's getting frustrated because Todd will not stop and come join them or whatever. And so we just kind of see that tension of them just trying to figure things out. And right now it just was not working. I feel like Todd could have just stopped and went on to join the family for dinner, but he was just kind of trying to get every little last thing in, not kind of get that in that mindset, not wanting to leave stuff undone because I think he said he told whoever he was on the phone with that they were waiting on him to join for dinner, and so then all of a sudden we hear him say, "Yeah, okay, let's go over this one last part before you know." And so sometimes you just gotta say, "Hey, I can come back to this. Let me join my family. What's the most important thing right now?" You know what I'm saying? So anyway, over with Marlo, we see her nephews. They're just growing to some handsome young men. I think they are what 13 or 14 now, 14 or 15, somewhere up in there. Anyway, the one got a little mustache, y'all. I was like, goodness. And so they have gotten dinner together. I don't think they cooked it. They probably just ordered it, but they done had the whole spread out. They were sitting at the table, and so they're eating. And we learned that their mom is out of jail, but has not reached out to them or Marlo, which is sad. You know what I'm saying? Um, I can just imagine how that would make them feel. But I'm glad that Marlo is stepping up and that they do have like a consistent mother figure in their lives, like someone to stay and show that they care and love them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they're visited by the life coach and are doing a whole session together as a family, which I thought was good. I love to see it, but I also hope that they are getting individualized therapy, like all three of them. You know what I'm saying? They can all benefit from that. So anyway, in this particular session, we saw Marlo address the whole issue from last season about how she kicked them out and just the whole idea that she no longer wanted them. So, and again, I could just imagine how that made them feel. They don't have their mother, and then their aunt, they took them in, put them out, like they're, you know. But I will say they did seem like they were in a better place, which is great, 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 great. So we back at Sheree house, right? She's having Sonya over for a workout session, and I was just thinking when I saw this scene first come up, like Sheree is just wearing her workout clothes throughout this whole episode. Like she is really promoting her brand. Like when we gonna see her in something else? But anyway, so they're working out though, and I will say the first scene we saw with her and Martell, they too were going to work out. So I'll put that in there. But I was thinking it. So anyway, one of her other friends, Courtney, ends up showing up as well. She came in advertising her marketing company and her little jewelry company because she had all her little jewelry on. So Sonya is asking her if she knows any of the girls, right? So Courtney brings up that Candy was asking people about her and that Courtney was telling the people that she and Candy were friends, apparently. Or supposedly, you know what I'm saying? So Courtney was like, yeah, supposedly she pulled my Instagram up, was trying to figure out who I was and stuff. So Sheree took that time to, you know how Sheree is. She gonna put Candy down whenever and however she can. So she sees the opportunity yet again to talk about Candy and how she must have a lot of time on her hand because she's feeling salty towards Candy with these spoofs that she's been doing, right? So she get in her confession. She said that the only time Candy isn't talking about her is when she's eating or sucking peen. Now, ma'am, come on now, girl, stop, Sheree. So anyway, Sonya is visiting the venue where the party is gonna be. So she's starting to see the setup and how it's coming together. And she said that she had budgeted for $40,000. $40,000 for his 40th birthday. But that she ended up spending $100,000. I'm just like, oh, for a party. Like, honey, just go on slide me that 100 grand. Like I can use it for a lot better things, and I don't mind throwing that little party city party. I think that was Kid had called it the party city party. Her party that she threw last year. Baby, I don't mind. I would throw a party city party. Go slap me 100 grand. Sure. Let me see what I can do with that. But anyway, Marlo is getting with her stylist about what she's gonna wear to the party. So they kind of just talking about things, her hair, her makeup, that kind of thing. And so she ends up bringing it up to the guy like how she hasn't seen Candy since New York. And so she said that she's seen the spoofs of her that Candy has done, and that she actually just thinks they're funny. And she told Candy, because you know that one Candy did to her, she had a wig way down here talking about her edges. She said, Candy can meet me right there where she had their hair stopping off it. So it's party time, y'all, right? Party's going, it's full effect. Everything looks great. Actually, it just looks like a lot of fun. Like I would have loved to have been in the mix. Like they look like they would have a great time. It is so. Sonya looks a lot more comfortable this year. Like, have y'all noticed that? Like, I'm just watching her, even in her confessionals, and she just seems just more comfortable. Like more personality. Cause I really felt last season, after last season, I really felt like I could do without her this season. No lie, I'm not lying. I was like, I can leave her where she's at, and not to say that I disliked her or anything. Like I just felt she wasn't bringing anything, and her personality wasn't coming through, and the drama she had, it just seemed forced, you know. So yeah, I was just like, I could leave her where she was anyway. But yeah, I'm just noticing that. So Kenya said we see Kenya arrive. She said she came to the party with her expectations set real low, like the bar is set real low because of their party she threw last year. Everybody is still on their party, baby. So we see Ralph. He's by himself, and insert, we did not see Drew at any point in this episode. I said something serious must be going on. And I know Ralph said there's a family emergency. I think he mentioned that her dad was sick. Um but I was just like, first episode and we don't get all six ladies. I was thinking, yeah, something major is going on, or either this was kind of the start to the demise of their divorce. Like he's starting to be seen unattached to her, or I don't know. But anyway, Ralph was there. She was not, and all he said was that she had an emergency. Right. So the gang is all there. They're partying it up. We got Candy, we got Marlo, we got Kenya. Sheray's there with Martell. Mayetta is there. The old girl Courtney is there. And I'm just like, is she a friend to the show? Because she sure did get a lot of airtime, like a lot of camera time. And she was able to get a business plug. Like, who is she? And are we going to continue to see her? Because I'm not feeling her. I'm not. Um, and it's more so just because of what ended up happening at the party. And I just felt like she was trying to reach for her shine in front of the camera, and it was not giving. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So she's there. Supposedly she's cousins with Ralph. Yeah. Gotta watch that. Just like him and his assistant, or who knows, baby. His assistant tried to give him a back massage. Y'all remember that from last season or the season before? I think that was last season. Like, we gotta watch him. So anyway, Kia ends up asking Martell, and Sheree, are they official? Because, they're together. So in her confessional, she said that Sheree needs a spinoff show called Watch Me Date These Dumb Dudes. I said, Kenya. Not to watch me date these dumb dudes. Yo. I mean, but seriously, dog, she is. Why? Why Martell? What is he bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, Marlo introduces herself to the Courtney chick, and she tells her she heard some stuff about the whole Candy and her supposedly knowing each other or whatever. So then we get the flashback of Sonya just telling Marlo everything that Courtney had just said when they were at Sheree's house. No big deal. I'm just like, what is the big deal about this? Okay, so somebody heard that y'all was friends. If it's true, let it be true. If it's not, it's not. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, Courtney is like, yeah, do I look like I'm desperate for friends? Who said you were, boo? You know what I'm saying? So Marlo is fanning the flames, y'all. Just being messy boots, you know. Fanning the flames and standing back. So she winding the girl up in her back. That's all she doing. She tells the girl that she needs to say something to Candy about it, right? So then we see Kenya, Mayetta, and Candy having a sidebar conversation about Martell and how he's supposedly kicking it with another chick, and he was in Kenya's DMs. Like, we've already seen them have the same conversation at Candy's house, right? But they're pretty much kind of trying to figure out, is this something serious? Because remember, Kenya just asked her, are they official now? Right? So they say, yeah, they're officially dating. And so they're just like, if it's just about the D, let it be about the D. But if it's something serious, like, should we tell her these things? Because, you know, they don't want her feelings to get caught up and then she gets hurt in the long run. Like, be out here in these streets looking like a whole nother fool. Which I just feel like that's going to happen anyways. Like, he he does. I have not watched the other show that he's on. I do not watch it, but I just don't see a tiger changing his stripes. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see it ending well for Sheree with him. Kenya decides to bring Sheree aside for a talk. I guess they have decided they are now going to tell her what's going on, right? So it's her, Sheree, and Mayetta. Okay. So Monietta points out how she was there for Sheree with all the stuff with Tyrone, and she wants to know, you know, what's really up with her, Martell. Like, is it serious or what? Right? So Monietta ends up telling her that she and Candy heard he was dating someone else in Atlanta. And Sheree is like, well, where Candy is? She here? I'm just like, now Sheree, you know Candy's there because you gave her that dry ass hello and kept going about your business because you said you don't have too much to say to her. So Sheree gets in her, she gets in her confessional, right? Sheree does. And so she's just like, this is a Ferrari. I'm a Ferrari. If he's cheating with another girl, that's like downgrading to Toyota. Okay, Sheree, I like that. I like that. I'm gonna have to use that one. But anyway, Ken then tells Sheree that he also slid into her DMs, right? So of course Sheree wants to see it, but Kenya kind of just talks around and she keeps talking, and she's probably doing it. I'm thinking because she really doesn't have the DM to show, because remember, he deleted it. And so Sheree was just like, you know what, let's just call him over here. How about we do that? And mind you, earlier in the episode, when we first open the scene, when we see him visiting Sheree at her home to work out, they kind of end up mentioning like Kenya. The Kenya comes up in conversation, and he tells Sheree that he doesn't know Kenya. I said, he doesn't know her, but he failed to say he tried to get to know her. Anyway, we leave off with them on that note, right? So we get a to be continued, which will be continued next Sunday. But meanwhile, we got to get back to Candy and Courtney. So we see Candy being introduced to Courtney. And I think either Sonya or Marlo, I think it was Sonya introduced them, right? And then Marlo is there instigating. Remember, she done wound Courtney up. And she done wound her up and she done let her go now. So Courtney immediately goes into how they're mutual acquaintance, Dina, had asked her if she told someone that she was friends with Candy. And Candy was like, yeah, someone else asked me if I knew you. And I was like, no, I don't know her. So Dina was, Courtney was like, I didn't say I knew you. I said we were in similar social settings. So Candy was looking like, okay, what was all that energy about, basically? Because that was the same thing I was feeling. I'm just like, first of all, why is this even a deal? You both said you didn't know each other. Like, I don't get why it's so important to even bring up. Okay? Like, to me, it was stupid. But then you brought it up, and once it was confirmed that you don't know each other, then why are you coming like for Candy like there were all that energy? Because all she said was that y'all didn't know each other. Because, you know, that was it. She said, hmm. So anyway, yeah, that was pretty much it. So I just don't get it. I don't understand. Cause to me, I'm just being now. I am a Candy fan. I will say that I'm a Candy fan, but I'm not just doing. I'm not saying this just because I'm a Candy fan. Like just looking, taking all that away. Like I really did not see anything wrong that Candy had said to her for her to come back with that energy, like rah, rah. You know what I'm saying? And maybe there were things we didn't see. Maybe there was something that got cut out, but all we saw was Candy saying that she didn't know her, and that the same thing had been brought to her as well. So anyway, this chick went on and on. The Courtney chick went on and on, right? She was like, I was told you said I claimed you as a friend. Candy said, I was asked that, and the truth is, I don't know you. She said, the truth is, I don't know you either. And I was just like, again, why all the huff and puff? Like, y'all are literally saying the same thing. Y'all do not know each other. Like, really? And so Sonya ends up popping up back out of nowhere. I don't know. She's there, and she's Candy is telling old girl, she needs to back up. You know what I'm saying? Back up at her personal space, basically. Because girl was all, yeah. Right? And so, y'all, and Mexi Boost Marlo, who done wild the chick up, she done left the conversation, right? She done left the two of them, right? Going at it. But she got her back to the girl, and she just kind of looking over like it, make sure she can hear it and see what's going on. That she acted like she talked to somebody else in front of her, but the whole time she really like here ear hustling. I said Marlo is slick. She thinks she's slick with it, baby. Over there ear hustling the whole time, enjoying the friction, baby. She's so messy. She's so messy. She don't wound that lady up and let her go. So anyway, yeah, Sonya comes, she's interrupting because Candy was like, yeah, you need to back up. And so Sonya tells Courtney that, she did bring a certain energy to the conversation, right? So Courtney apologizes, right? No one is saying anything throughout this whole apology. Cause it wasn't no just, okay, I apologize. I'm grown enough, I'm on my woman enough to say I apologize, right? She didn't do that. She started off like that, but this apology kept going on and on and on. And she was just saying that uh right, okay, let me say this because no one says anything, but she amps herself back up. You know what I'm saying? So she to calm down. She was saying that she apologizes, but that her feelings were definitely hurt by Candy, and she has nothing but good things to say about Candy, and that she does not have to clout chase. And she did that to Candy. She was like, I'm like, who is this chick? First of all, who said you were cloud chasing? Because truth be told, I feel like that's what you're doing in this moment. Like you are really trying to have a moment. So Kena was like, there you go again. You bopping and bouncing your head at me. And I never said you were cloud chasing. Stop bouncing at me, right? Meanwhile, Marlo is over there just loving it all. Courtney tells Candy to calm the fuck down. Candy said, I will headbutt this bitch. So we see Sonya pull the Courtney chick away. And I'm just like, all over because someone said that they may know each other. How stupid does that sound? How ignorant does that sound? Like if y'all don't know each other, I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it's different in these affluent circles. I don't know, but it sounds quite ridiculous to me. So anyway, y'all, that was the end of the episode. Like I said, we get a to be continued. So I guess we're gonna pick up with Sheree, Mayetta, and Kenya calling Martell over to see what he got to say about all the ins and outs of what they just told Sheree. So can't wait to see how they go. Cause then we also got a snippet where we see Kenya and Martell go at it at the party. Probably because he know he wrong and he trying to act like he ain't, like he wasn't in them DMs and he know he was. But anyways, that's all we get. What did y'all think of the confessional looks? Like y'all honest opinions. I would say there was some I liked and some that I was not quite feeling. But I want to know your thoughts. Like what did y'all think? Also, I don't know if y'all noticed this or if y'all just fast forwarded through the commercials, but Candy and Lil Ace dropped a little commercial they did together with KFC. It was so cute, y'all. I was like, oh, and they incorporated Real Housewives of Atlanta in it. I was like, you know what? It was cute though. I liked it, and I just like seeing them together like that on the screen. So hopefully we get some more of that. They were a good matchup. So look, Ace doing his thing. All right, that's all I get. But on the side note, who's watching Queen Charlotte? Have y'all watched it? If not, you need to watch it. It's on Netflix. Good, great. I binged it. I'm also watching From on Epics or MGM. And I've also been watching Love and Death, I think is what it's called, on HBO Max. So, if we need to get in and chat about them shows, let me know. Put it in a comment and I will do a separate video, y'all. Anyway, I'm about to go. Love y'all. I pray for you. You please pray for me. And what? Bye, y'all.